Oh my god, am I more excited than anything else. Now, when I was actually like on Comic Vine just browsing it, then I saw on the line of news, I was like, holy shit, this. Now, yes, as you can see, yes, Marvel will be doing a Haunted Mansion comic book series. It'll be an ongoing, and yeah, fuck yes. Yeah, so Marvel is doing a Haunted Mansion comic. Now, they have done, obviously, Thunder Mountain Railroad. I think they're doing a Space Mountain comic soon, but they have done, comic books off the Disney rides, and it's actually kind of funny. When I did my Haunted Mansion, Q&A, I talked about how cool it would be if they did a Haunted Mansion comic. Boom! Here it is! I cannot tell you guys how freaking excited I am for this news. Most of you guys know I'm a huge fan of the Haunted Mansion. It's probably one of my favorite rides at Disney. It's probably in the top 5. So, the fact that Marvel's doing a comic book series around the Haunted Mansion is nothing short of amazing. Now, the big thing, this is coming out next year, but I think it's supposed to come out spring or summer of 2016, but with this comic book, there are just so many ways you could tell, the story of the Haunted Mansion. I mean, shit, you could do, Slave Labor Graphics, who were both known for doing the Gargoyles comics, as well as they also did a Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. They also did Haunted Mansion comics as well, but that was for a short time. I think it only ran for 8 to 12 issues, really, even shorter than that, and that was more like an anthology series. So I'm wondering, what are you going to do for this comic book series here, Marvel? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna make is it gonna be an anthology series? Because there's 999 ghosts living in this one mansion. That's a lot of characters to tell stories from. Is it going to be, the story of of Edward Gracie? Is it going to be the story of the Ghost Host? Because they're actually apparently, I didn't even know this, but actually, Edward Gracie and the Ghost Host are actually two separate characters entirely. Is it going to be the story of the bride? Is it going to be are we going to have a story about the Hatbox Ghost? The Tombstone Heads? I could go on about all the ghost names, but really, I think it would be cool if you did an anthology series, but I think it would be also interesting if you did like an ongoing. Like, focus on maybe, people coming into the house, and maybe, get that bad taste of the movie out. Like, do a better version of what the movie was trying to do. Have a group of people come into the house, and, spooky shit happens. But the thing is about the ghosts is that they're not violent. They're not evil spirits. They just want to scare people for shits and giggles. That's the whole point of the Haunted Mansion. They even say in the song, they even say in most of the ride, they're not going to hurt you. They just want to spook you. There's a difference. They just want to have fun. So maybe have it that the ghosts are just there playing pranks on the people, or have it that there's something else going on. Maybe focus it on the ghosts, and maybe have it that their home is being destroyed, or in threat of being destroyed, and they're like, oh man, if we lose this, we lose everything, guys. We got to do something about this. So I think if you're going to have a core ghost cast, focus around the Hatbox Ghost, the Ghost Host, Edward Gracie, and the Bride as your main ghost characters. If you're going to focus around the spirits, focus around them, and even the Tombstone Heads, and even Madame Leota. Of course, you got to have Madame Leota as one of. If you're going to go with the supernatural characters, focus on them. So I think that's really cool. Now, the writer of this comic, which I should have mentioned earlier, the writer in question, his name is Joshua Williamson, who, he sounds familiar, but I'm not familiar with his work. If anyone knows who Joshua Williamson is, again, it sounds super familiar, but if you know what he's done, please let me know in the comments below. Now, what I'm interested in is, again, there are so many ways you can tell this story and, you know, make it interesting. Again, you could go the anthology route, you could go a ongoing plot story, or you could have, like, multiple, like, kind of do the Gravity Falls thing, where you can have multiple, you know, one-and-done stories, but have a big overarching plot. Again, Gravity Falls just comes to mind, but I know a lot of other shows do that as well. Obviously, Doctor Who has done this before, have, like, little series of adventures and kind of build up to, at the end of the story arc, a big villain plot, or something of that nature. So, obviously, I cannot be more excited for the Haunted Mansion comic. Again, I know they've, you know, Disney and Marvel have worked together on, like, Thunder Mountain Railroad and a few other things in the past, but this is, you know, this has really gotten, you know, this has really gotten my attention, so yay. Just absolute yay all around. So I'm obviously very excited for this comic to actually come out, and I'm obviously going to read it, probably in trade, because at the moment I can't really afford doing ongoing, so yeah, I'll just have to, you know, read it in trade. This is going to be an ongoing apparently, but they have said that maybe it might be prone to change and be a mini-series, which I'm cool either way, but yeah, the Haunted Mansion is getting a comic book. Seriously, the Haunted Mansion doesn't get enough love. Why not? Why is that? The last time it ever got any love was when it did, you know, when it merged with Nightmare Before Christmas for the holiday thing. And yeah, not to say that's bad. I obviously love Nightmare Before Christmas, so yeah, of course I'm going to like this. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what do you guys think of a Haunted Mansion comic book series? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Who do you think, you know, what do you think the story should be about? Do you think it should be an ongoing story? Do you think it should be one-and-dones? Or do you think it should be like a series of anthologies focusing around the ghosts themselves? Like, have stories centered around Madame Leota and her origin, or the Ghost Bride, the Hatbox Ghost, the Ghost Host, Edward Gracie, all of those characters. Do you think they should just have, like, mini stories focusing around them and their origins, and other, you know, new ghosts? Because, again, you've got 999 ghosts living in that mansion. I'm pretty sure you can make a lot of stories and bring in a lot of new characters to focus on. That's the beauty of it, because you've got a giant playhouse of nearly 1,000 characters to use and create and introduce and give backstories to. And who knows, maybe if some of those original characters show up, maybe they'll get popular enough to be put in the ride itself. Maybe. So once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm, of course, super excited, so you guys tell me what do you think of all this, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.